What's good with Fat Gang? It's your girl Mikki checking in, guys. And today, we are continuing our season 4 here of celebrating business owners. We are on a roll here, and I am super, super excited. But today, guys, today, we are joined with Miss Shana, and she is the creator and founder of, is it Lesbian Exotic Poetry?
Erotic poetry.
Erotic poetry. So I have to get my words together. Erotic poetry. So, what I am going to do, guys, I want to go ahead and hand it directly over to her because you know how we do. And we're going to get right into what it is that she does and get to know a little bit more about her.
Hi, everyone. Yes, so I am Shana A, CEO, creator, author, poetess, songwriter of lesbian erotic poetry. And I am an author of 2 books, Purple Flames, Inferno of Poetry, as well as Passions of Love. Most of my poetry is love, but I'm also a motivational leader, spiritual, universal. So my genre varies. I do a lot of different things. I can also battle. So I do a lot of different things with my poetry, but now I'm venturing into new things like music, writing songs because music is my background. So I'm turning into new things that's coming up in 2023 and 2024. So, but my main thing right now on lesbian erotic poetry is my books and poetry. And I do a combination of fiction, as well as poetry. So my books are not just poetry books. They are an actual novel mixed in with poetry. My first book, Passions of Love, is my autobiography. That's a non-fictional book. Everything in it is real. And it's mixed with poetry that relates to some of the things I've gone through in life, as well as things that I hope for and my goals and aspirations and desires. And then Purple Flames is actually fictional, but it has my real feelings of my muse in the book, as well as, just the fiction of lesbian life. All of my poems, poetry, everything is based off a lesbian love lifestyle. That's my focus.
Okay. Oh man, so I love that, and I got to learn a little bit too, guys. So it's always good when you learn something new, right? But
Yes.
so I love how you do that, and just the ability to be able to do the fiction with the nonfiction and be able to really put you into your product. So I really love that, and I'm going to be checking that out because now I know where to find it. So it's on.
Oh yeah, I mean, trust me, that's how I wanted it to be. I didn't want to be a writer that's just writing stuff to make up stuff. I wanted everything that I wrote to have my energy in it, to have my experience in it, because I know that there's people out here going through some of the same things I've gone through, or worse, or who needs to just know, hey, listen, it's okay to have heartache. It's okay to have someone you love that don't love you back. It's okay, to be plus size. Like I talk on so many different things in my books, and it's all to be relatable. I don't want you to just read a book that's all fictional. I want you to understand that what you're reading is real. This is real. These are feelings I'm going through. Even though some of it in Purple Flames, the situations, scenarios are elaborated and they're made, embellished and made up, it's still my feelings deep in there. That was like the bulk of who I am in some of the writing in Purple Flames. So that's what I do. I love to have that fiction and the nonfiction mixed together.
Yeah, and I love that. And like you said, it gives that relatability, that able to adapt and connect to any audience, because once they get the real you can tell that when you're reading, you can
Yes.
tell when it's real and when it's like, okay, all right,
Mm-hmm.
but you can tell that.
Yes, it's you,
So,
you can feel it. Now, I'm not gonna knock my fictional writers, but when I read a book, if it's fiction mixed with some non-fictional, you're gonna grab me right away. And that's gonna keep me wanting to read more books that you write. If everything is fictional, I may eventually get bored. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not speaking for everybody, but just me. If it's not anything that I can relate to, I can kind of get bored with that.
Right. No, I agree. And that's how you say you keep people because they have to have that. Oh, I know about that. Hold on.
Oh yeah.
You
And
know?
to visualize it.
Yeah, so I love that. And I heard a little bit in there, some slam poetry you said you do.
Oh girl, I'll battle. Listen,
Okay.
you from Chicago too.
Yes.
So you know the life that we live here in Chicago, especially if you was raised in this hood like I was raised on Southside Inglewood. So I was raised to be strong. I was raised to speak my mind. I was raised that if you come for me, I'm gonna come for you. So as a writer, you know, especially a writer that's open and public and a lesbian writer like I am on social media. I have attacks coming from me from everywhere. I have the jealous writers who feel they better than me and that I shouldn't get the attention that I get. Then I got the men who hate that I'm gay, that want me, you know, so they come for me. And then I just have people who just critics and people with opinions who always got something to say and don't know nothing about me. So I go against the grain and I attack those people. I wrote many poems about bullying. I don't agree with any type of bullying. So I'm also an advocate on that. I don't like nobody who hates somebody that they never even talked to. Mm-hmm. You know, I just actually did like a movie of that on my lesbian erotic poetry page called Silent Killers of Judgment, because I'm learning that in this day and time, we are meeting people who just judge someone based off of what they see them post on social media, maybe what they dress like. They don't even take the time to speak to that person, say hello, get to know anything about them. Nothing. And even like me, I may not be the biggest plus size girl, but I am a plus size woman. And I think if I'm happy being plus size, why the hell should anyone else care? Right. You know, I'm totally against surgery. I'm totally against doing anything unnatural. So if I'm like this and God made me like this and I want to eat because I'm not about to starve, hey, this is what you get. And I'm an advocate of that, you know. So I want this, I want to stop this world from thinking everybody got to fit in a category to be accepted. So that's my main thing. So yes, I battles, I slam, and I'll attack men who try to come for me. Look, I will do whatever I got to do to get my message across.
No, see, okay. Just in that little spill right there. I love everything because yes, I am from Chicago too. And you said Southside Inglewood. My husband is from the Inglewood area. I'm from Roseland.
Okay.
But you know.
So, Southside all day.
You know.
I'm still here on the Southside. Listen, if when I get billions, it's coming, I'm gonna still have me a house on the South Side. I ain't playing. I'm always a diehard.
Yeah, Chicago through and through. We got to get back on my football, but Chicago through and through.
I know. We gonna get it though. The Bears gonna get it right. Okay.
But so when did you really decide, okay, I'm gonna take my talents and like go public with them? Because I know you probably have already dabbled in writing and everything like that. But when did you decide I'm gonna actually put my face out there?
Okay, yeah. So that's a good question. So I actually went through writer's block for years because I was in relationships that took away a lot of my focus. The women was not motivating. They were draining me, all of my energy. So, and then I went back to school. So writing like poetry and things I love to write about, creative writing, was put on the back burner for years. So once I fell in love with my muse and I had all of these bottled, suppressed emotions, even from back when my first love broke my heart. I had so many things that I had suppressed and held on to that I just said, you know what? I got to get all of this out. This is my only way to heal, to get to my soulmate. I knew I had a soulmate waiting for me, and I knew I needed to heal. I needed to learn to love me more, put myself first. So to break my writer's block, I went on to Instagram and I started looking up poetry. And when I looked up poetry, I started seeing all of these different poets writing, you know, posting their poetry. I said, wow, I didn't even know people did this. I said, let me just put something out there. I'm not a popular person at all. You know, I'm popular with people who know me from back in the day, but not popular social media wise. So I was like, I'm just going to get this out here and see where it takes me. And when I first started posting, man, listen, my writing was so off and so shaky, and I didn't know my direction yet. I was just putting anything out there, but people was liking it. They was grasping it. And the more and more I wrote, the more and more I post, it was getting my writing strong and stronger. The more I thought about my muse, it motivated me to write more. So that just made everything come together. I'm like, okay, so I already knew I wanted to do music and other things, but I knew my first step and my first goal was that I had to break the writing block. I had to get my rhythm, my direction, and everything that I wanted to do first. So that's how the page started. And then I got so much attention, so many people following me, commenting, liking me, and encouraging me. See, this is why I'm always supportive of people, because it took people to help. And it's always strangers sometimes. It took strangers to help me see that, look, you got talent, you got a skill here, use this. And it took off, and it went beyond even my imagination. I really did not think it was going to blow up like that. That was my goal in my mind, but of course, you just never know. Mm-hmm. So I basically manifested what I wanted. I knew I wanted to put a book out. I had started a book, but the book had been on hold for years because my story wasn't told yet. I needed to meet that woman who was like my other half, that fed my soul what I needed to finish reading my book and to help me see myself. Because you got to see your wrongs. In order for you to move on or get into any direction, you got to see your wrongs first. So I needed to see where I was wrong. And that person helped me to see that. She helped me to see, listen, I'm not loving myself right. I'm not doing things. I'm not grinding out here like a Sagittarius beast can be. So that's what motivated me. And the page blew up, and then it led to my book getting finished. Then it led to another book getting finished. And now I'm writing songs and got other things going on, like my travel page too. So I got, a lot of things I'm trying to work out, but I'm still new with this. I'm also still learning. So I'm very humble and just happy that this journey is going in the direction that it's going.
Yes. See, we vibing here because I'm like, okay, she done touched on so many different things. I ain't even got to ask all these questions because she already touching on them. But when you say like finding that person that's for you, the right person, that's how it was with my husband. When me and him found each other, it was like, okay, all right. And they start pointing out those things to you that you may have been sleeping on about yourself.
Yes.
And,
yes.
And then they're gonna point those out. So you can, okay, let me enhance those. But then the right person is also gonna let you know, okay, baby, you need to lose that because that you're doing too much with that one, So
yeah, exactly. And it doesn't have to always be a partner. It can be a friend. Twin flames can be a friend, or it could be a lover. And either way, that person that is a part of your soul or meant to have some sort of path in your life, that person is going to show you what you need to fix if you're willing to see it, if you learn the lessons. This is why I tell everybody, when you're going through pain, whatever it is that you're going through, it's a purpose there. It's a reason you're going through that pain. It's up to you to either allow that pain to take you under and keep you in the dark, or you could take that pain and let it motivate you and rise to the light. So it's up to, it's up to us to decipher what we're going to take in. And this meeting this woman, that's what kind of motivated me. She got my juice going, and I'm going to always be forever grateful for her. And she's always going to be a muse of mine, even down the line, whether we're together or not, she'll always be a part of my story now.
Yes. And I love that. And like you said, because you never know what's in store for you. You never know how the path that your life is going to go in, but just being able to acknowledge in the now that she did that for you. You have to really learn. I feel like you have to go through that journey within yourself, because you also have someone who's there, who's helping you, who's trying to build you. But if you don't have the wherewithal to see it for yourself, it does not matter how many people are telling you yes, yes, yes. If you don't see the yes in you, it's not going to go anywhere.
It's not going to work. So you definitely have to believe in yourself. You have to listen. I'd rather have a relationship with someone that helped me to evolve than to just be in a relationship with somebody. Yeah. It is much more meaningful when you have someone that is the other half to make everything complete. If it's just we on some regular housewife stuff, but you're not the piece that I need to help evolve, to me, that's, you may be missing out on what the person that is out there that's here to help you evolve. A relationship and a true partner, a true flame, a soulmate is that key for you, for the both of you to grow and evolve. And if you just settling to just have a partner and a companion, then that, to me, that's a waste, you know. You can be in a relationship with anybody. Yeah, the devil, money, you know.
Yep, it has to be beneficial, but you have to not confuse that using the other person. It has to be beneficial on both ends. So yeah.
Yes.
But yes, that could be a whole topic in itself. So we don't.
Oh yeah. Oh now. Yeah.
But so you said, like, when you first started, you were not popular amongst a lot of people. It was those who knew you. So how did you break out of that and get the following you have? And how was that as far as marketing who you are and getting your brand out there? How did you get through that hurdle?
So I was actually the opposite. I didn't tell the people I know that I started the poetry page. It was completely fresh with all people who didn't know me. And the reason I did it that way is because sometimes the closest people to you, including your family, are not encouraging. They don't understand your journey, or if they're in competition with you, they're not going to support it. And family and friends can be in competition with you. So I wanted this to be completely from people who did not know me, because I knew that was when I would get the most genuine and the realest feedback. The only thing I did was simple things. I started the page, I posted, and I networked. I networked with other people that was writing. I networked with people who were interested in reading poetry. And just by networking with them and, help them giving me encouragement, we all helping each other learn and basically just supporting each other. That's how I grew. I didn't grow from my friends or family, and I did that on purpose. I didn't even go to my muse and tell my muse, look, I'm writing about you. I didn't do none of that. All of that just came to me. I let the universe guide everything to me. I put this completely out on faith. I didn't have expectations. I didn't have any goals at the time. It was just a plan to get my writing, back where it was. That was the plan, so I could finish my book and to also release feelings that I had. I had so many suppressed feelings, and writing is the best way to do it, just like journaling. So that's what it was basically.
Yes, like I said, I do. I love that, because like you said, sometimes you hope it's family and friends who help you and support you, but then when you really get out here and you're really putting it out there, and let's be honest, you're putting a price to it now. In some cases, you really learn who's for you and who's not.
You got to be picky when this is your career and your business. You want to say yes probably to everything, but you cannot. You got to pick out who you're going to interview, who you're going to work with, you got to be very, very picky. And it's no hard feelings, but you can't work with everybody. You just can't.
No, that's true. And like I said, I love that, because when you asked, I was like, okay, she's researching, which is fine, because before I send out my links or my questions, hey, let me do some little back digging, Okay,
right.
And like, I met you through someone else's live. You had came up on their live, and then you did an interview with them. I was like, okay, she's vibing. I vibe with that person. She's vibe with that person. Okay, let me do a little more. And then I really started looking at it. And like you said, it has to work for the brand that you have. It has to work as far as a connection. And then I don't want to just interview people just to interview people. I want to interview some individuals I can see myself teaming up with again. Like, those are kind of connections and people I'm trying to build with, not just to say, oh, I had another interview today,
Exactly. There you go. So now you get me. And a lot of people gonna think that you're being bitchy doing that, but you're not. You're protecting your brand. You're protecting yourself. You can't say yes to everything.
It's coming, yeah. So, I'm definitely gonna have to have you back on here because I feel like we could just, keep going on here.
Absolutely. Whenever, sister, you got me now. Now that I know
Okay.
your movement, now I know you from Chicago. I've been watching you. I'm a silent watcher too. A lot of people don't know. I will silently watch you just to see what vibe you bring. And I've been watching. I have approval of everything that you do. So I will just let me know. Give me a heads up, and I'm there.
All right. And she gave me the green light. It's on from there.
Yes.
Before we go ahead and head out, can you just let everyone know where they can find you? You said you have your books out. So where can they find your books, your social media, your handles, all of that good stuff, girl?
Yes. So you can start by going to my website, www.lesbianeroticpoetry.net. Also, my Instagram is what I'm on the most, which is lesbian.erotic.poetry. My link tree is on there. You can link tree as Lesbian Erotic Poetry. My YouTube is Lesbian Erotic Poetry. Just put Lesbian Erotic Poetry. It's so unique. You will definitely find me. My books are available. I have both ebooks and hard copies and paperbacks. They're all available on Amazon and Barnes and Noble. And I also have my ebook on Apple iBooks. Both Passions of Love and Purple Flames.
All right. So I do love that, guys. And if you are looking to know about poetry, to know about business, to know about anything, she is a good source to go to. She is very active, like she said, on her Instagram page. She actually messages you back. So if you message her, she's going to respond. She's not one of those that's just going to ghost you.
No, not at all.
Make sure you do that. Like I said, just follow her. She has a lot of information that she posts on there. So guys, make sure you follow her. I will have all of her information in the description box down below. So make sure you go there, you click on it, you follow her, you support. If you can't support financially, baby, that is okay. We understand. But those likes, those comments, those shares, those are all free to do in a ways to greatly help support. So make sure you guys go and check her out. Make sure you guys like, comment, share, and subscribe to Mikki's Den. And tune in every Wednesday for another interview with a different boss who's doing their thing. So thank you again so much, Shana, for coming by the Den today.
Thank you, Mikki. I'm so honored. I appreciate it, Queen. And I can't wait for what the future brings us.
Yes, because we definitely linking.
Yes.
All right, guys. Until next time, I will catch you all later. Peace.